All right. And we're live. Welcome to paraglidingtalk.com. I'm your host, Robert Michaels. Glad you are here. I'm super stoked about tonight's show. We have Max Marien with us tonight. And we are going to have a great time. Just getting my stuff. This all happened so fast. I was running late. I came home from work and I started working on something else. And I was like, freedom. And I come into the house and I start working on all this stuff. And I totally forgot that I had the show tonight. So then I take a shower fast, get my stuff all set up all fast. Oh man, crazy. So I'm glad you're here. Thursday night, best place to be on a Thursday night to talk about paragliding. Paraglidingtalk.com. Want to just go through the order of business real quick. This show is brought to you by PPG Smoke. Ryan Roberts has created a masterpiece, all kinds of things to add to the flying, to your flying repertoire. Check out his website at ppgsmoke.com. Also, the show is brought to you by paramotorprops.com. Paramotorprops.com. If you blow up a prop, they will have one for you. And I have a personal testimony. I blew up a prop while I was out near the Salton Sea. I sent a text message. I ordered the prop. That was on a Saturday. By Monday, it was on my porch. Paramotorprops.com. Also, the show is brought to you by Para Orange Products. Larry and Chris made all kinds of great things for flying gear. Prop covers, weatherproof, motor covers. It's got some really great windsocks, streamers. Check out their website, paraorange.com or paraorangeproducts.com. Also, the show is brought to you by American Allied Drains and Plumbing. And their website is up and running. Just Google them. You can call them on the phone at 844-777-9055. And if you mention the words paragliding talk, you'll get a 10% discount on your services. And that could be huge because sometimes plumbing issues are like 10 grand, $1,000. Yeesh.
That's all a pretty bad poop.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Max, so glad you're here, man. Want to just fire off the show by talking a little bit about how things are going at Torrey Pines. I haven't been able to fly there much, but I did get to go there last weekend, and it was really fun. And I saw you just cranking out tandems and doing your thing. And I want to talk a little bit about tandems tonight, but I just wanted to say, how are things going? I know you stepped up your game, lead of all the school. I know there's many teachers, but you're the man now. Talk a little bit about how things are going and tell us where do you see Torrey Pines heading?
All right. Yeah, it's been great. We had a great year. This was a big year for us because it's sort of a post-COVID, post-apocalypse. Things are now back to normal now that everybody's just getting the Omicron and it's not regular COVID. I don't think anybody's too worried about it no more. So it's been busy. We had actually a really good season this year. We think that's partly to do with just the kind of El Nino, La Nina cycle. It was just better than most years. So we got a lot of tandems, got a lot of new students that signed up this year. And it was just an amazing year. We really had a good one. We kind of crunched all the numbers and saw how many students we did, and between all of the sign offs, which is like people that went, P1, P2, P3, we had something in the ballpark of just over 120 sign-offs. So that was people that either got their P1, P2, or P3. Not 120 individuals, but 120 ratings given out. So that was a big year for us.
Wow.
Tandems, we did quite a few. I didn't get the real number, but it was somewhere in the like almost 9,000 tandem ballpark range. So it was great. 2021 was huge.
And people want to be outside.
So, yeah, beautiful. this background that I'm rocking is from just a few days ago. And so,
nice.
here we are just in the middle of December, and sure, San Diego, it's a little bit cold sometimes, but I feel like we always hear that story from everybody that comes to visit us, all from throughout the country or throughout the world, that they are coming from having to wear snow boots and the parka to go outside. So here we are all bundled up. I was wearing a ski jacket on that day.
Yeah.
But people that are coming from where it's like, 5 degrees outside, they're like, yeah, 50 degrees. Not bad. Anyways, that day was really, really epic. I'm not sure if that was the same one that you were there on. I think it might have been, but it started out, blowing real strong in the morning, and that's when that picture was taken, was like, I don't know, like 10 or 11 or something like that. And then it blew out for a little bit, like a rain cell came in and it mini gust fronted, had the rain for a moment, rain passed, it got like normal paragliding friendly, normal good day, and then turned into just like a perfect kind of higher wind soaring beautiful day. Anyways, that picture is Alex, Alan, and and we're both flying 9-meter little cloud. I forget what they're called. Spirulines, extra small spirulines. So
yeah, I want to try one of those.
It is when you can soar on a 9-meter.
Yeah.
There's actually a point where Alex got blown back.
What?
9-meter. Yeah, like trying to launch. He was
what?
He was just getting backed up by the wind as a gust front came in. So yeah.
Wow.
Pretty big.
Whoa, wait, what was that, like 30 miles an hour or what?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know exactly. I didn't have a wind meter or nothing out there, but I know the wind by feel at this point. I don't even convert it into miles per hour.
Yeah.
I just think relative to how fast I move.
Yeah. Like that's strong.
Strong.
That's backwards strong.
Yep.
Backwards on a 9-meter strong.
Yeah. So really good year for us. Next year, we're hoping that the trend continues. We're hoping to see more and more people getting out. Interestingly, the international tourism was down, so we didn't get as many people visiting internationally, but for how many people didn't come internationally, there was more people that were coming locally. So I feel like paragliding might be making somewhat of a transition at this time. I think it's going from being sort of a, parasailing.
Yeah.
I did that in Cancun. Yeah. Where's the boat? Let's go. I think paragliding is turning from being something that people don't really know about into something where, it is something people are doing in your backyard. And, I heard a lot, the same story this year was, I've been living here for, my whole life, 20 years, 10 years, whatever. And I never knew that this place existed, or they knew it existed, but it didn't click that it was something that they could actually do and get involved in. So a lot of local tourism this year. And that was really cool.
Not a bad time to come to Torrey Pines.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So for the upcoming year, my plan is to focus highly on doing tours and SIVs. So normally in a year, I do maybe 1 or 2 trips and do like 5 or 6 SIVs. This year, I'm doubling down. I'm going to do like 5 or 6 trips. I've got one coming up in February to go to Guatemala.
Wow.
Lake Atitlan, which is somewhere I haven't been yet. I did some research and it looks pretty darn cool. So I'm going to do a little guiding there. The plan for that retreat, in case you're interested, is it is a couples friendly retreat.
Nice.
So the idea is that, a lot of guys, they can't really be away from the family, be away from the missus for that long, or if they do, it's with a very strong penalty, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So the tour that I'm planning on leading with my fiance.
Yeah, I was. Dang it! You beat me to the punch. I'm searching right now on my phone to find the picture. Max proposed at Blossom in an epic picture.
Nice.
Yeah, it was epic. It was a good one.
Had I known about paragliding when I met my wife, I would have proposed at Blossom. That was amazing.
That was at the tail end of a nice little blast off flight.
I had a tear popped out. It was so amazing.
Yeah, me too. Remember I was like, choking me up. But yeah, there's a video and some pictures. Sam was flying he's on like a Skywalk Chili, and in the video and in some of the pictures, he's like cruising through the background. Pretty good.
Yeah, it looked cool. Who was taking that picture?
Who was taking the picture?
Yeah, looked like some pro level stuff.
It was on my iPhone, and it was Jay. Jay.
I think so.
Jay's a cool dude. He's from Albuquerque. He came out was he is actually apprenticing to be an instructor. I don't know Jay's last name for whatever reason, but he is because I'm very forgetful with names. Jay is apprenticing to become an instructor at the moment at Torrey. So he's
no kidding.
He just happened to be there, and I totally just like handed Jay the camera, asked if he would just take some pictures, and my fiance Cheyenne had no idea what was coming, and so she's just like whatever, holding some dumb pose on top of the rock, like you in the before pictures, like smiling but not super stoked about anything, and so when I go down on one knee, you can see her just like brighten up and like get all excited and like anyways, a lot of emotion there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Awesome video, awesome pictures, and super grateful that he was there and he nailed it.
Nice.
Nailed it.
I wanted to ask some questions about getting tandem certification. You're able to train people at Torrey Pines start to finish with tandem certification. If guys, some guys, I was going to say some guys will come across the country to get a tandem certification. What would it take if people are wanting to get this? Maybe they've got maybe they got plans to take tandems, but they don't live at Torrey Pines or near Torrey Pines. What can they expect if they're going to come and get their certification?
Good question. So I just got my tandem admin certification at the beginning of December. So beginning of this month, I am officially now a tandem admin. So I can lead that charge and teach guys start to finish on getting their tandem rating. What I would like.
Are you getting a call or a text or something?
No, low power mode or 20% battery. Think 20% is enough?
Oh man.
Am I right? Am I upside down now on your screen?
Sideways, but it's okay. It's like you're doing acro.
How's that?
That was amazing.
All right, excellent. I got it level. That's a trick. So tandems, 200 hours. 200 hours. If you don't feel confident and capable of controlling the wing by yourself, then you definitely shouldn't be taking anybody with you. And my theory with guys doing tandem is really you don't even know what paragliding is until you've been doing it for a pretty long time. So realistically, 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that, is how long you should have been flying, how much experience you should have before you even consider going after your tandem rating. But the minimum requirement for the USHPA T3 is 200 hours P4.
Nice.
So that's what we're looking for.
Nice. And what do they need? Like a week with you? What is it? What do you think?
It's a 4-day clinic. So we'll do
4 days.
A 4-day clinic. The goal of the clinic is actually just to become a T1. With the T1, you can then fly with any pilot, so P1 rated or more. You then need to do at least 25 flights, and X, Y, and Z. It has to be a certain amount of thermaling time, a certain amount of mountain launches, and basically just go and get some experience as a T1 pilot. That could be over the course of a month or two, or it could be over the course of a year. But basically, there's an initial rating that you'll get that allows you to then fly with other pilots. You would then come back to do the full check ride and get your full T3, which then allows you to fly with anybody so long as they have the temporary USHPA membership.
Yeah, it's funny when you go. By the way, if you're coming from out of town and you're not a pilot and maybe you're watching this and you're like, I just want to go to Torrey Pines and have Max take me on a tandem ride. You technically, after you go through the pre-course, are a pilot for that day.
Boom.
Yeah. You actually get a certificate and you are a pilot that day. Yep. Because you actually have to be a pilot, because just in case Max falls asleep while you're flying, you have to be able to land the aircraft.
Maybe perhaps
I just made that
dizzy.
up.
maybe perhaps he gets dizzy from all the spiraling around the thermal and
yes,
and he's got to sit down, take a break, get some water. Woohoo.
Let's get right into the good stuff. Oh, by the way, David texted me and said it's Jay Whitaker.
Whitaker.
Yeah.
And now I know Jay's last name.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's awesome. So we've got I got this video in it was on Instagram, and you were doing an infinite tumble with a twisted infinite tumble.
Oh yeah.
That is insane. And I vaguely remember seeing a couple, maybe Theo LeBlick, Theo DeBlick doing infinite tumble with the twist, but he's the only guy that I've ever seen do it. And then I saw you doing it. I'm like, what in the world? It's a whole different level. Now I know, and if people don't know, Max at one point had the world record with infinite tumble and did some ridiculous amount, like to the point where you're like wore out from doing infinite, like your hands are blistered, your back and your butt hurts, like a full-on workout. But so infinite's probably boring to you at that point after you've done it so many times. Talk about the twist, and does it bring new life to the infinite for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. Doing everything twisted is a whole new, it's a whole new twist on paragliding. The transition into twisting the maneuvers, I believe only came about in like 2013 or so, 2012, 13, 14, somewhere in there. Anyways, when I did it for the first time, it was still a pretty new thing that the guys were doing in competition, twisting the risers and then doing whatever. The video that you're talking about was from last year sometime, just a raw GoPro run, and I was actually a little bit out of practice in that video. So what I was trying to do there was go from one side to the other, and then when it comes to about right there, it didn't quite link all the way, so it sort of blew me out of it. So at the end of it, you'll see I go from one way and then try to go all the way to the other side, but don't quite get it in time and then fall out. And that is actually a maneuver that I pioneered in 2015 there, buddy. So
No kidding.
One that I've been doing for a while. And yeah, there you go. Play it.
I don't know how to go back on here. Back. There we go. Let's try it. No, there we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. That's got to be Berryessa.
Yep. So just a normal tumble entry, nothing fancy, and then a twist.
And are you going into the twist at the bottom?
Nope, over the top.
Over the top. Okay.
There's too much. There's too much resistance at the bottom. You get too much G. So
that makes sense. So you have to time it just right. You're at the very top. That looked pretty smooth.
Thanks. Yeah, just on the way up and over. By the way, I have started that new Instagram. All right, so that's my new Instagram, Max Acro Paragliding. And then I also have a new website that I've just made called maxacro.com.
What? Maxacro.com.
Yeah.
Wow.
That website has all the information and the links to all the tours and SIVs that I have planned up. For this year, I've got about 10 SIVs on the schedule, a trip to Guatemala, and then a trip to Turkey. So
nice.
Come and join me. Mention paraglidingtalk.com and receive $100 off if you book before January 1st.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to chop that clip up and throw that on your Instagram.
Thanks, dude.
I'm on your website right now. It's got kind of a funky link because I took it from Instagram. So let me just pull. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat here. Oh, someone already beat me to it.
Ripa.
Well done, Ripa. Yeah, so pretty amazing stuff when you start going into twisted maneuvers. It blows my mind because I literally just got comfortable flipping myself around while I'm just moseying around at Torrey.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And even then I'm like, yeah, there we go. No.
Yep. Don't worry. In about 10 years from now, you'll be doing all kinds of funny shenanigans like that. That are just no real good reason.
Yep.
Giuseppe Free. I think you might have had him on the show in the past. He is times. A legend in the sport, and he is a very interesting guy. Really interesting mindset. But he's all just balls of steel.
Full send.
He's also been flying since Acro was a new thing, and he is actually a really, really good pilot doing aerobatics with normal size canopies, which is actually a little bit harder than doing it on the aerobatic style canopies.
Right.
So anyways, Giuseppe will do all sorts of funny things out of Torrey. Like one thing that he loves to do is fully tip upside down. And by the way, just a disclaimer, don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, try it in Torrey.
Don't try it in Torrey. Don't take what I'm saying and go get yourself hurt because anyways, Giuseppe likes to he's been practicing flying upside down for I'd say the last 6 to 10 years, something like that. And he's gone to the point where now he's flying with his feet and doing little wingovers.
No.
He's doing little wingovers with his feet on the brake toggle. So that's one of those funny shenanigans. I've tried a couple times. What I'd really like to do, and we're going to get this shot, so nobody beat me to it. I want to come up from underneath him with the glider and get a shot of him doing like a hand plant on the leading edge.
Oh, that'd be rad.
With his feet. So that's something that we need to do, Giuseppe. I've tried a couple times, but he says every time I get close, he kind of wigs out.
Yeah.
Another funny one that I've been messing with. So imagine like you fly, you reverse the risers, so you put, whatever, you fly backwards, and then you take your feet and you put them up and over around the risers so it locks you in place, and then you lean back, and what you get is called the Spiderman.
Nice. I love when Giuseppe he's like done with the night. He might even be upside down on like a tandem wing, and he'll just be boating by upside down. And I always like to yell, "That's not how you do it. You're not supposed to do it like that." Funny every time.
Yeah.
One of the hang glider pilots does that too, where he climbs up and he's like standing backwards facing the other. It's
Dave Chadwick.
I think so.
Old school dude.
Yeah.
Good old Dave.
Good old Dave.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a fun guy.
So infinite tumble with a twist. You know what? Something I noticed this. Not every tandem pilot is all stoked, but every single time that I see Max, he's been taking tandem since the NAM War, and this guy always is loaded with stoke. How do you stay stoked?
Oh, that's a good question. Catch me when it's like, late in the day and I haven't eaten all day, and the stoke level definitely drops. But,
yeah. You're yelling at your passengers.
No, I never yell. I just I lose the energy. Energy levels get low after a full day of flying. But definitely catch me in the morning, and I'm pretty good. I also feel like there's a kind of a wave in the evening when I know that the end is approaching. I get a second burst of energy. But those kind of, it's past lunchtime and I didn't eat lunch today hours. Those are the worst ones for for me, because my stoke just drops and it's like, here, you take the controls.
I've never seen it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen you not stoked.
Thanks.
So
I try to keep the stoke level high. I know that people are doing it for the first time and their stoke is so high. I mean, usually their stoke is so high, so I feed off of that and I just go with that. The hardest ones are the ones that are quiet.
Yeah.
That's but hey, keeping the stoke high, just remember that your passenger is experiencing this for the first time. They could be a mix of emotions, right? So they could be super stoked, which is fun and great, but they could also be super quiet and introverted, or they could just be straight up scared and
terrified.
If you if you amp up, in a way, it's almost like putting on a show for them, trying to be an entertainer, because you are sort of
oh yeah,
entertainment value, and just make it a good experience for them. It brings the view of the sport, I think, to a higher place when we're not just the grumpy old airline pilot just cruising along.
Will Fly donated $5 to the super chat. He said Resurgence PPG rocks. Chris Fenmore donated $5 to the super chat. He said Resurgence PPG rolls. Oh yeah, I feel like that's a good spot to mention Resurgence PPG. This show is sponsored by Resurgence PPG. If you're interested in supporting our men and women of uniform, you can make a tax-deductible donation to Resurgence PPG, and their website is resurgenceppg.com. By donating, you're sponsoring those who put their lives on the line for your freedom. And you can reach out to Todd Scandrick at resurgenceppg.com. I was laughing so hard. JC was getting ready to take somebody, and I don't remember who it was. Somebody yells out something like, JC, you're not allowed to take tandems, or something like that. Do you even know how to fly, or something like that? And the passenger was just terrified. He was pretending like he couldn't figure out what he was supposed to do. And it was just brutal. I'm like, JC, you are brutal. If that person had any nervousness at that point. Was like, wait, what? This guy doesn't know? Oh man, brutal. It was really funny. JC's a champ.
He always keeps the stoke really high. And honestly,
yes,
I feel like, since he's come around, that the stoke level of all the pilots has actually gotten quite a bit higher because he's such a good dude and has such a funny personality and fun character.
Yeah.
And he says stuff like that all the time, you'll be walking by and he'll just ask, hey, how do you do this?
Yeah.
With his passengers like, wait, what?
Yeah. Can you show me how I'm supposed to hook into this?
Yeah, and I just, tell him, well, there's 2 strings, so just try them both.
Yeah, just start pulling.
Let's see here. I think this was the left brake and this was the right brake, right? Or is that left?
Just start pulling the brakes and see what happens. Yeah. Mom donated $5 to the super chat. Thank you, Mom. Very Thanks, kind. Mom. No message from Mom. She doesn't have to say anything because she's Mom. $5. You too can pay to comment. Anybody see Hot Buttered Steve's video recently?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Compilation of him spending money on this show just to comment funny stuff. He had me rolling this morning. Let's spin the wheel, Sean, shall we?
Yes, we shall. So no more names in the wheel.
No more names. Sean told me not to mention anybody putting their information.
That's right. Because
he told me ahead of time.
YouTube is not a chat room.
Yeah.
It can't keep up with the amount of messages in a minute, especially when they all come in at the same time. So, can you see my screen, Robert?
Yes, I can.
All right. Are you ready?
All right. What are we giving away tonight?
I don't know, but
you better. We're giving away something. Let's give away some.
Give away some Torrey Pines stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Beach towel. Torrey Pines beach towel.
Torrey Pines beach towel tonight. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. Spin the wheel. The spin of this wheel is brought to you by Calamity Kite Clinic. If you want to learn how to kite better, Calamity Kite Clinic's your spot. Also, this show is brought to you by Nebraska PPG. Josh Bowden runs a school in Nebraska. If you're interested in getting some top-notch training, sign up with Josh and his team today. Follow the link in the description. Oh, man, it's going to be Robert in California. I'm Robert in California. I'm Robert in California. Go. Yeah. Stay there. Stay.
What? No way.
Sean Nafsker.
What?
Sean Nafsker won again. This thing is rigged to the max.
You know what?
Rigged.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my hat, Robert. But
it's on my counter. I haven't sent it yet.
I know.
I have like 5 things to send out to the post office tomorrow.
That's all right. I can respin this. I could respin this if you think this is rigged.
It's rigged. I think Max's phone died too. Max, you still there?
Are you kidding me?
Okay, good.
Okay, so you want me to spin it again?
Hot Buttered Steve donated $20 to the super chat.
I was just sharing my screen.
I have to read his comment before I say it out loud. Happy New Year's, Robert. I wish you life, liberty, and the pursuit of happy hour. And I wish you love, as love is the most beautiful, natural, wholesome thing that money can buy. He has those on deck.
You want me to respin this? Because
I think the people want. I think the people want it. No, Sean won. Will Fly said no. Sean won. Nick Griffith said woot woot. Go Sean. Mike S said congrats, Sean. Mad Sloper said congrats.
Hey, thanks, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Fenmore said that. Sean with an exclamation point. Gluteus Fanius said rigged exclamation point.
It is completely random. It even says on the site, completely random. I don't know.
All right. Hey guys, let's do one more. I'll send the towel to Sean, but let's do one more spin for one of those lovely T-shirts that Robert is wearing.
Oh yeah, have you seen this before?
Yeah,
that's a Torrey Pines special shirt, bro. I love this shirt.
All
I don't
right,
even wash it. It's that
I
good.
still got it. I still got everybody's name in there. So you want me to do it again?
All right, spin it. Spin it to
Yeah,
win it.
okay. We're gonna do this again. See?
Oh yeah.
Watch,
Internet.
it's gonna
Ready?
be Sean again.
2.
We all
One.
laugh so hard if Sean wins twice.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
It'd be cool if I would win.
that would be my. If
By
Mac
the
was
way-
in the chat, he could have won.
The spin of this wheel was brought to you by Torrey Pines Glider Port. If you want to learn how to free fly in the most beautiful place in the United States, reach out to Max Marien or any one of the guys at Torrey Pines. Flytory.com. I always want to say torreypines.com, but it's flytory.com. That's FLYTORREY.com. Oh, Mom almost won. Sorry, Mom.
I'm
Still going.
Sim hard. Or maybe Craig
Oh.
Couch. It's hard to say. Ooh, this is going to be close.
That wheel is slippery.
I know. I looked at real good before the show. I'll make sure that thing spins good.
Care PPG.
Yeah,
Care
Jim
PPG.
simmered.
Jim simmered. Jim simmered.
Congratulations.
Care PPG. Congratulations, Jim. You're the winner chicken dinner. You can actually, I could just send them straight to Torrey Pines, the flytory.com website.
Well, just have them put
Message
in
you?
the chat what is, or send a message. What's the size?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're wearing like a large or like normal. My size is a large. I'm 5'9" on a bad day, 5'10" on a good day.
I'll just come and grab it when I think I'll be there this week at some point.
It should be really good tomorrow. So you should just come tomorrow after work. Yeah.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
You should definitely come to Torrey.
I'm going
I got a
to.
box of fireworks that I bought in, somewhere outside of Las Vegas on the way back from Colorado. So
Nice. Not that you would use those here in Southern California because they're illegal.
There'll be a box of fireworks just sitting there.
That's amazing.
For no good reason.
For no good reason at all.
No reason at all.
Yeah, you were just walking by and you were like, hey, look at that. I've never seen that before. I have no idea what that is.
I just really wanted to spend $100 on a big box of fireworks so I could just leave it sitting around for children to play with, and
That's right.
It's an excellent paperweight.
Yeah, we're gonna need that to hold down our gliders tomorrow for all that wind.
It's gonna. I need to use your little 9 meter. I want to try that thing. Tomorrow's the day for sure.
It's so funny. I didn't actually like speed flying when speed flying was a new thing.
Yeah.
But now I do.
I was with you the first time you ever speed flew.
Were you?
Yeah. Remember, it was right after Tandem Infinite Tumble at Saboba.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And you flew that yellow wing. Poor guy was like out of town or something, and they just pulled it out of the shed and let you use it.
Yeah. Jeremy's like, oh yeah, here, go ahead, fly this.
Yeah.
It belongs to so and so.
Yeah, you flew it, and then he was like, "That's someone else's wing."
Yeah, what was that? 2017, 18, 19?
2017, I think. Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yep. 4 years, bro. 4 years flying around.
And yeah, I gotta get back into it now. I mean, look, I just did it the other day, and now I'm saying like I gotta get back into it. But I haven't done any downhill lately. It's all been just soaring around in the strong winds. So maybe I'll go up to Saboba one of these days. Been a good year. I've been up there.
Saboba.
So
I don't want to pee in the sugar bowl, but let's just get this out of the way. It's been a few years since your accident when you were out of town. Talk a little hindsight. Maybe what were your big takeaways? Anything that we can learn and make ourselves safer?
Distraction will get you. Being distracted in any way, shape, or form when you're doing something that's kind of critical, like hooking yourself into a big old kite to go jump off a mountain. That's it's bad news. So my accident was only because I had a brake wrap on one of my brake lines, and I made a series of mistakes, but being distracted during my critical process was a major contributing factor. And my first major mistake. My second major mistake was trying to fix it without being high enough or clear from the terrain. So, hindsight is perfect for me now. I was distracted, so I had a brake wrap, right? I didn't do it right. And then I let go of the brake to fix the brake wrap right in that, 20 feet off the ground kind of critical moment. And then I guess the other thing that played a factor was I did not yet know that the air was going to be that turbulent, right? I didn't know that I was going to take a big whack. I had all the signs, so maybe overlooking that I actually had observed people taking deflations before I launched. And you know what? It was funny. Like I saw this one dude like on an A-wing take a massive frontal. And I just looked at it and saw it. Oh, good. It's good.
It's on.
It's on. The only thing that I was like, oh, it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, just dumb. Distracted. Don't fix your problems right off the ground. Wait until you are a little further away from the ground and realize when it is not, Torrey. Realize when you're not flying at Torrey, because if you are flying at Torrey, most likely they're so smooth that you could do some pretty dumb shit right off of takeoff and totally get away with it if you're flying in nice, smooth laminar conditions. But, just a little thing like I let go of my brake and guess what? I took a big frontal right at that moment. So, that all added up. If I had the brake in my hand, I could have prevented the frontal.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. So if I would have had brake, I would have pulled brake and it would have probably worked out. I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure, given it some brake, it would have not frontaled.
So picked up your glider, you're reverse launching, obviously, because there was some wind. You grabbed the brake out of sequence. That was such, and that's a very common mistake people make. It just happens. And you don't always do the traditional run your thumb up the rear riser, follow it up, grab the brake. There's times when I forgot my chin strap, and you drop your brake, fix your chin strap, pick up your brake. That right there, that one little mistake ended up costing you your back. The rest of the trip was burnt. I mean, people don't even think about it like that. You're just like, oh, well, I'm glad he was alive. Yeah, well, not only is he alive, but he burned his whole vacation, ended up in the hospital, stacked those bills on there, all the issues that came with that. Whoever was with you now, their vacation's kind of whack. The people who were flying, now they're like, I don't know if I want to fly. I just watched the freaking world record holder, best paraglider pilot probably in the world, just dive into the side of the mountain, break his back. I think I'm going to sit on the ground. A lot of things that happen after an accident, and it stemmed from literally something so small. Think about, like you said, you're grabbing a kite to run off a hill. It's like, man, every little detail. That's the difference. When people talk about sports, and it's even extreme sports, that's the difference right there.
Yep. Yeah, I've been flying for 21 years now, and that was my only injury. So I know better. I mean, I've been flying for 19 years at that point. I knew better. And overconfident and not doing the little things, those little things. I've made other mistakes. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but they've never resulted in an accident. So that was the first time where one of those just little tiny hiccups really bit me in the butt.
Yep. Let's talk a little bit about the midair collision with the paramotor guy in Texas. Do you hear about that?
Yep, that's all I really heard about it. I heard there was a midair, but I didn't really see anything on YouTube. So you tell me.
Well, I was just going to get your feedback. That there's a whole bunch of chatter on the banter chat group. There's people talking about in a lot of the fixed wing communities. There's kind of a war right now in words between fixed wing pilot cagers and free flight guys and paramotor guys. And I want to answer this question real quick. Gluteus Fannius, he said, is there noob help or training at Torrey? Absolutely. You can come in to Torrey Pines with absolutely no training at all and go from having that to being a tandem pilot. If you have the time and money, it's a one-stop shop for paragliding.
It's a beautiful place to learn because it is smooth laminar flow, and it's funny. You mentioned somebody doing kiting clinics, and I was just thinking, wow, okay, that's the thing. People actually go places to learn how to kite. I don't let anybody launch at Torrey until they're pretty decent at kiting, at least under my watch. I never want to send somebody off until they can show me that they can really launch the thing. And that takes some pretty, reasonable skill. Usually I spend about 3 to 5 days ish of just kiting and talking before I send anybody for their first sled ride down to the beach. So it's just funny. I see people come from other parts of the country or the world, and some seriously experienced pilots that just never really got that foundation of being able to kite. But knowing how to kite is the gateway to launching. And so it's kind of funny that we can get away with launching without really knowing how to kite that well. But there is a lot of scenarios where just having some ground handling fundamentals will really improve the safety of your launching. And in my opinion, if you have the ability, I know it takes some steady, consistent wind and hours of training, but if you have the ability to just kite your butt off before you ever step into the sky, that is a huge foundation for safe launches.
You definitely have the upper hand.
Oh yeah, with Torrey?
You have the upper hand if you know how to launch. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you know how to kite.
Smooth, if you have smooth air, smooth, consistent wind, really anywhere, the idea is you want to be able to say what is happening is not the turbulence, it's me. So
that's right.
Understand what that glider's telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. Giuseppe told me something that he used to kite for hours. And he said that before competitions, even every once in a while, he would just pull off and do some kiting wherever he was at. I think he said that he was somewhere up the coast and he was kiting, and he said he fell asleep kiting. He was just laying into his wing and wings up here, and he was just holding his brakes, and he said he fell asleep, dozed off kiting.
He must have been doing a lot of kiting.
That's a lot of kiting.
This is down to 10%. So if I lose you, before the end of the show,
yeah,
peace, love, and salutations. But
yeah, I think we'll make it, man. We're almost to the 7:00 mark.
I started at 20, so I think we're good.
All right, that's awesome.
Was
it flying today, by the way?
No, it was south.
Yeah, I thought it was dead south.
Strong south. There was one point where you probably could have, but yeah, nobody ever did.
Yeah, probably better that they didn't.
Yeah, it was a wash. One of those. Yeah. I talked. That's what I did. I had students and I talked for 5 hours.
Oh, I got a controversial question from Nathan Skyqua. He said, can you ask Max what he thinks is the best mid B wing?
The Chili 5.
Dude, that was a loaded question. You just answer it right away like that.
I don't know if it's a mid B, but you said B, and I just immediately was like Chili 5 is like my favorite. Chili 4 was epic, and the reason that I like it more than a lot of them is it is very mellow and forgiving for the amount of performance that you get. And so for guys that are in that whole like, oh, I want a B, but I want to not a low B like an A, but I want a B that's a decent performing B. I that is my favorite because of the amount of stability that it provides with the just the amount of performance. It has that new C riser thing or B riser thing, the pulley. The first one I flew with that was the Cayenne, whatever the new one, 6, and I'm sorry, the Mantra. The Mantra was the first one that I flew with it. I really liked it with the Chili, or with the Cayenne, the Skywalk version, because it gave a huge range. And I hang glide too. I've been hang gliding for 15 years as well. And I'd never flown a paraglider that felt the same way, where like when a hang glider, you feel a lift and you push out to nose up into it. And so with that Chili or Cayenne, it felt the same way. Like you can pull
no
on
kidding.
your riser, that whole steering system, and it just ramps up. And it's a really cool feeling and a great way to fly. And for those of us that fly, the comp wing, like two-liner stuff, it feels so solid and connected. So these new risers, really make it feel great. And then the Chili, that stems from one of my favorite wings of all time, which was the Cayenne 4. And it's still very much the same platform, the same design. And that wing is just, again, it's the amount of stability that you get for the amount of performance. Because if you just want performance, well, get an Enzo, get a Boomerang. They're dope. Love those things. But if you're looking for also some stability in your flying, you're looking for a compromise. You don't really want the highest performing thing. You want something that performs really well with the amount of stability that it creates. So, for that B category, I can absolutely say the Cayenne is my favorite. In the C category, my favorite would be the new Delta 4 for the same reason.
That's why I have the Alpina 4.
Or even better is that, even better, the Alpina. Those things are just, that's dope. And that kind of next level up, if you're looking for the comp wing, I'm a huge fan of those Boomerangs. If you're looking for that
Boom 11,
full race, I got the Boom 11. I really want to get the Boom 12. I'm trying to convince Jin's son J1 to
send you one.
Jin J1 is Jin's son. He's UCSD student, so he's
I didn't know that.
And he's there all the time, man. And he's a great dude.
What?
He's a great dude. Yeah.
Hey, can we get him on the show?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. He's a fucking, excuse my language.
Yeah,
he's
$10.
Really
got him. Reel him in.
No problem.
Coming to collect tomorrow.
Yeah. Boomerang for the top. I really like that.
We flew together with the Boom 11.
Yeah, we flew together a few times.
We flew a big old flight at Elsinore. Remember that?
Yep.
Super fun.
I broke one of my lines. I've been waiting on a line replacement for so long that I'm now at like the point where I'm like, I'll just get a new glider.
Yeah.
I just got a new dealership with Flow. I don't know if you've heard of Flow.
Yes.
Australian company made in Thailand. They've got some nice like performance stuff out there. I almost got myself a Spectra, but then I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know.
If they just sent one to you.
Well, I'm getting their Paramotor crazy thing. That's a new thing I'm gonna get into, is Paramotor, Snaky, whatever those things are.
What is it?
I don't know. It's you attach a fan to it.
Butt fan.
Yep. Yeah, paramotor wing.
Okay, okay. A flow.
It's a 17 meter flow. I don't know. Whatever that really dangerous wing is that they make, that's the one that I got in the smallest size that they had available. And I even got it with custom colors. So that'll be dope.
Dude, that would be awesome. I have I think it's an 18 or a 19 meter. I'm going to bring it tomorrow. It's a paramotor wing.
The paramotor wings, they rip pretty good, man. That reflex thing, they really hold their dives.
Yep.
They really dive, in free flight. I mean, I don't really have any experience flying them with a motor.
I'll let you fly it tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there with my water.
Mad Sloper asked, how many hours does Max put on his wings before replacing it? I don't think that's a good question. We'll move to the next question. No, I'm just kidding. Till it's completely ragged out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Until I don't feel safe anymore. That's really the answer to the question. I have enough experience to have had wings actually break on me. So like I was just saying, I popped one of the lines on my boomerang, and so now I've stopped flying it because I'm worried about the other ones breaking. I have had wings fall out of the sky on me, just totally go parachutal because I flew them too long.
Really?
And so I know that is not great. And so I'm pretty
That's terrifying.
Pretty conservative when it comes to throwing away wings because you fly them, you start to be like, I don't know. And then that's when you get a new wing. When you don't feel good about it, then just get a new wing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can send it to a repair shop too, as well. Like we have a full service repair shop. We do the porosity checks and blah, blah, blah. And actually for the price of like, what is it? $300, we could actually tell you if it's going to fall out of the sky on you. And we can give you a full report that tells you about how long it'll be before it does fall out of the sky on you. So that's a good thing to do.
I wanted to ask you before we're over, we have like 2 minutes left. There is I have an opportunity. We can probably do a clinic for repacking reserves at some point next year. I have a building.
I have like 5 of those scheduled for next year.
Oh, so really?
Check them out on my website.
Okay. Yeah. I was going to say we can use my building over here in Santee.
I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great.
I know it's crammed inside the Torrey.
You know what I really want to do is I want to set up a giant swing. Like one of those, that. Like just a massive swing. That'd be fun enough, I think.
I don't have like the basketball court size, but I do have, our church is pretty big. We move the chairs around. I think we can probably pack 4 reserves at a time.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Maybe 2. Let me think about that. Probably 2.
I did at the Red Rocks flying in Utah in October. I was doing reserve repack clinics every day.
Really? I didn't know you were there. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get to go this year.
Yeah, it was a good one. My wedding day, my planned wedding day is going to be during that Red Rocks flying.
You guys doing it there?
At the glider port. At Torrey.
Oh, you're doing that at Torrey. Okay, awesome, man.
Yep.
And that, what is that? October?
We'll miss the Red Rocks flying for my wedding. So
that was a tough one. Like,
toss up. But won't be making it to Red Rocks this year, but hopefully next year.
Right on. Super stoked. Zipline reserve practice throw and repacking. Yep, that's a good one, Mad Sloper. Well, I do have to mention just a couple more sponsors. One is iFly Indiana Powered Paragliding. If you're interested in flying paramotors, no better place to get proper training than iFlyIndiana.com. Kevin and his team will get your feet off the ground. Also, this show is brought to you by Lone Star Paramotor. If you're in the Lone Star state of Texas, you can reach out to Ron Turan and his team for world-class training. Check out their website at lonestarparamotor.com. Max, thank you so much for coming on the show, man. It's always a pleasure. I love just the the chill, just willing to give out information and just hang out with us. Tons of people they're better pilots just for listening to this show. And so thank you. Thank you all the Patreon supporters and PayPal supporters that support the show. You guys are awesome. If you want to support the show and keep it going, you can go to the website, paraglidingtalk.com. And we're looking forward to some big things. Don't forget to go check out Max's website. Can you give me that handle one more time, Max?
So check out maxacro.com. That's my new website that shows all the clinics and dates. Also, please visit flytory.com for all your paragliding needs and for more information about lessons, equipment, all that good stuff. We have a full online store there. Also, huge shout out to my beautiful fiance. She's actually a wonderful musician. You can check her out on Spotify. She goes under the name Cheyenne and Company. So check her out.
She's in the chat, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
she's in the other room just chilling.
Yeah. feet kicked up.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna go to the after show.
She's got my daughter and our new puppy over there, just keeping them entertained.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go to the after show. If you want to join the after show, you can just drop your your email in the description and we'll let you in. And so I don't know, we'll see if Max's phone holds out for a few more seconds here. So jump on if you can. And so thanks for watching. Really appreciate everybody that's been a part of the show. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, KC8ORW. Thank you for moderation. And if I don't see you in the air, I'll see you on the air. Next week, we have a great show. We're going to have Robbie with us. Robbie is a wingsuit, base jumper, paramotor, or free flight, speed pilot. I mean, he's got all of it. He's got all the goods. We're going to have a great time with that show. So don't forget, don't miss that. Actually, he hasn't even confirmed with me. I'm hopeful that he's going to be able to be on next week if his schedule works. Awesome.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure, Robbie. All right. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great night.